Right, hi everybody. I'm really excited to be bringing you this training today. So I have created a 20-minute, hopefully, masterclass all about recession proofing your business because I hear your fears, I hear your stress, I hear your worries about what the next 6 to 12 months are going to look like for your business. And I want you to relax. I really do. That doesn't mean you can just sit on your backside. There's lots of actions to take coming out of this masterclass, but I honestly think that is not the time to panic. I think it's the time to be really proactive, but not from a stress panicking state. So I am going to walk you through some things that I think you really must be doing in your business to ensure that you have an enjoyable next half to a year in business and beyond. Now, for those of you that I have not met before, hello and welcome. My name is Nicola Kinnard Comedy. I'm the owner and founder of NKC Equestrian Training. I'm a business and mindset coach for equine practitioners. And yes, I do also help practitioners who work with dogs too. So if you're watching, think, oh, I'm canine, don't worry. I can help you as well with your business. I am a leading expert in getting people out of their own way when it comes to growing their business. I've successfully transformed tons of practitioners' businesses, getting them to go full time in the business, getting them to double their income, make more profit, add in additional income streams. Lots and lots of wonderful success stories. And I'm very blessed to have a ton of clients all around the world. And I feel incredibly fortunate for that. I also, as well as a lifelong industry experience with horses, I've also got some really killer sales and marketing skills. So you're in safe hands. Buckle up, grab your note paper, and let's begin because I've got an awful lot to share. And I do talk quite fast as well. So here's what I'm going to be covering today. Now, I appreciate it might feel scary in business. I get it. I feel the fear. I see it. I hear it. But for me, this is a time to be excited to be in business. There is so much you can do, and it's not a time to be panicking. It's not a time to be shutting up shop either. So this is what I'm going to be talking to you about today. One, why you need to adopt a growth mindset. You need to decide that your business is going to grow. I see so many practitioners who are pretty much already given in the towel, like thrown in the towel and just decide, it's not going to happen. If that's what you think, that's what you're going to get. We need to understand a few key assumptions. This is what I am basing my coaching on and basing my own business plans on. I'm going to share those with you. It's all about serving, not judging our clients and potential future clients. And I'm going to be making the case for why you should be doubling your marketing right now. And I'm going to give you quite a few practical ideas that you can go away and do as well. So, how do you feel about business right now? Does it feel just horrible or do you feel excited like me? Now, there's so much negativity in the media right now. I have not watched the news for over 10 years. I think I must be the only person to have watched one Boris update in the whole of COVID. I just know the news will find me. I have my two reliable news sources, my mother and Horse and Hound, and I just let information come to me. I work really hard to make sure I kind of protect the information that filters through to me because your business relies on you being in the right headspace. Simple. When you are the business, you have to do absolutely everything to protect all aspects of the business, and that includes you. So there is a lot of negativity. I can understand if that's how you're feeling. It's coming after we've had this kind of like tricky couple of years. But I don't honestly believe it's all doom and gloom. I believe you're going to need to pivot. I think you're going to need to be really bold and courageous. You're going to need some tenacity. But I don't think you should be giving up in the slightest because people will still be spending money on their horses. Now, I know you could hear that no one's got any money. No one's going to be spending everything. Let's be honest. Horsey people, they'll cut a lot of things before they cut spending on their horse. So I said at the beginning, I think you need a growth mindset. What would happen if you decided that this was an exciting time in business? What if you decided that your business was going to grow? What if you became obsessed with growth in your business? Can you imagine what the next 6 to 12 months would be like? They'd be pretty awesome, wouldn't they? They'd be fun. They'd be exciting. You'd probably see your next steps quite clearly. You wouldn't be buying into this kind of mass media, oh, it's a crisis. We love a crisis, don't we? Certainly in the UK, where I'm based, we seem to love a crisis. We've gone from crisis to crisis to crisis. What about if you took yourself out of hearing all that and you just focus on growth? Because you know what? An economic quiet time, downturn, recession, whatever term you want to use, is often great for some businesses. What if you decided that you were going to be one of the businesses that was going to do well out of the next however many months? I've included, I don't want to get too technical, but I've just included this graph because business is never just straight linear growth, yeah? We don't just start, I know, got to set up a business. I'm qualified, here's got my insurance, right, I've got my Facebook page, boom. We don't just go from here, straight up here. There's peaks, there's troughs, there's highs, there's lows. That is being in business. Fact. But what we do here, where it's circled, is where the magic happens. What if this is a time that we decide to become more resilient? What if this is a time that we learn more about sales and we learn more about marketing? What if this is a time we put in new offers? What if this is a time we do all the things we always meant to in our business? So our business is quietened, but what if we make this a time where we really like kick ass? Well, this is going to happen, isn't it? If you get the support, if you get the help, if you put in the action steps here, you are going to grow. It is going to pick back up again. And then look, you're going to be obviously higher than you were before. As I said, growth can result from a downturn, whether that's just a natural, like your business just kind of flattening off, which it does. We lose enthusiasm and energy. Seasonal changes could, I'm sure if you looked back on your business for the last however many years, you will see some ebbs and flows and peaks and troughs. So what if you decided that actually a slight quiet time could really let you regroup, boom, ready for a next cool trajectory of growth? You could simply decide that that's what you want and put that in place. And I really want to show you how you can put some of that in place. So growth areas that I think you should focus on, and this is what I'm teaching my clients. This is what I'll be doing myself as well. Although I want this masterclass to be short, because I want no reason for people not to watch it. I don't want to send out a 90-minute masterclass and people go, oh, lovely, but I don't have the time. I want to keep this super short and sweet so you can actually have time to watch it and action the steps that I outline. So 4 areas you need to be growing. Your network. What other professionals, what other businesses can you be expanding and growing with? Who can you get to know? Which relationships can you strengthen? Who can you start forging a professional relationship with in your area or online? Growing your audience. What if you decided you were going to put a little bit more effort into maybe social, maybe growing an email list, and you decided, even if all these people aren't ready to buy, that's fine. You would get more people gathered together. You would build your tribe. Whether they are ready to book an appointment, whether they're ready to give you money right now, that's not really the point. Marketing and building an audience, it's not just about who can buy today. We're in business. We're not in business to survive the next 3 weeks. We're in business for the longer haul. I certainly am, and I hope you guys are too. It's all about who's going to be our customers in 6 months, 1 year, as well as 6 days, 6 weeks, okay? So what if you really focus on growing your audience? What about marketing? This is a really key growth area, which I can see already some practitioners tripping themselves up and just hiding. This is the time to be more visible than you've ever been before. And I'll explain some ideas you can go and implement in a second. But you need to focus on growing your marketing. And it doesn't need to cost a penny, but you need to be out there. You need to be visible. And what if you decided that one of your growth areas was going to be on yourself? My work is all focused on mindset work and business strategy. My role as a coach is to help practitioners get rid of those deep subconscious blocks, change their mental programming about why they can't have X, Y, or Z, why they can't have £5,000 months, why they can't have a business that works for them and doesn't mean they work every single hour going, why they can't go full-time in their business and the rest of it. And when you work on you, when you grow, when you become the next version of you, your business meets you. Your business also will grow and change and evolve in all the right possible ways. So what if you decided, as part of this growth mindset, as part of this growth strategy that I'm really, really urging you to adopt in your business, you decided you'd grow yourself. So you decided maybe you would do watch some free webinars. Like I've got plenty, there's thousands on YouTube, millions probably. You would read some personal development books. You would start journaling. You would use affirmations. You'd meditate. You would do something that stops you being the exact same version of you, that gets you to the next level. There's a ton of things you can do. It needn't cost you a penny. So much you could do. But if you're not growing, how can your business grow? Now, if you were to focus on all of those 4 growth areas and really became obsessed with seeing growth in all of those areas, financial growth will follow. It couldn't not follow when all of those areas grow. Simple. If you're just stressing about the finance side and you're not growing in those other areas, I think it's going to be a lot harder. So why not look at the other way around? Growth mindset, those are 4 key areas to focus on. The money, the financial growth, in my opinion, will automatically follow. It can't not follow when you're doing all those other things. So it's a time of growth. There's so many ways you can grow. You just have to decide that your business is expanding, it's growing, it's elevating, it's becoming bigger and better in whatever form that looks like. But it does start with you deciding that that's what's going to happen. Many companies thrive in a downturn. Many companies were started in various difficult economic terms. Here's a couple of examples. Wilko, that's a shop we have here in the UK, started in the 30s. Pets at Home, again, UK-based company. I'm sure everybody in the practitioner space will have heard of them, certainly in Europe. Started in the 90s, and this was, I think it was started about 6 months before Black Wednesday, when in 1992, when the UK's economic market definitely didn't have a good day. Microsoft started in a really tricky time in the US in the 70s. Airbnb started in a downturn in 2008. And really interesting stat I've pulled for you. 4.4 million new businesses created in the US during 2020. That growth was almost up a quarter on 2019. And I think in January 2021, that doubled again. Like a lot, yeah? And you wouldn't think that was a great time to start a business, would you? So you can hear in the media that it's all doom and gloom, or you can look more to the entrepreneurial and business space and see that actually plenty of companies come out of economic downturn in a better state, or they start and then they grow from there. Okay, a couple of assumptions I think you should be working on. This is not meant to scare you. This is some real talk. This is what I am advising my clients, and this is what I'm working for myself. As I said, the kind of theme throughout this is I don't want to hold anything back. I want to help as many people with this mini masterclass as I possibly can. And I'm going to ask a favor at the end for how you can help me get this in front of more people, because I see the stress, I hear the worries, and it doesn't have to be as bad as people are thinking it's going to be. So here's what I think you should assume. 1, that the client pool will reduce, but don't panic. I don't think this is a reason to panic. It just means we may need to do things a little bit differently. But I think you've got to assume there are going to be slightly less. No, I couldn't give you an exact figure on percentage-wise how many less clients ready to buy right now. Less clients ready to book a session over the next couple of months. Okay, so it's going to get smaller. I also think that the competition will shrink. Practitioners will disappear. Now that sounds horrible. I appreciate that, but I'm already seeing it happening. Now, I'm not seeing it as, oh, people going bankrupt, their businesses are shutting. I'm seeing people voluntarily take themselves out of their business. I'm seeing people going on, and people are telling me, oh, well, I've decided that I'm going to get a job and I might just see a few clients, but I'm not going to advertise because my clients, well, they won't have any money. So I can't ask them to book a session. Now, you're going to hear in a second why I don't think that's necessarily the best strategy. By all means, if you feel really, concerned financially, I always recommend having another income stream when people are starting their businesses and building them up. So it's not that having a job is a bad thing for a short-term option if that's what fits. It's more deciding that you're just going to stop your business. You're just going to kind of put everything on hold. That's what I don't think is a great idea. And this is what I mean, that people will disappear. Some will undoubtedly go out of business and some will voluntarily take themselves off the radar. You're going to lose clients, or some clients will be kind of resting. So there'll be less available clients, and some of your clients will say, oh, I'm out. I can't do this for the next couple of months. Now, again, this isn't meant to panic you. This is some real talk. This is meant for you to go, okay, so I probably am going to have less clients. Well, what am I going to do about it? And I don't want you in 3 months' time going, oh, crikey, I've just lost 10 clients. Now what do you do? I want you to be getting ready for the fact that may well happen now, okay? And more on what to do in a second. But I also think you should assume this. The equestrian world is not going to fold, okay? There will still be horses. There will still be competition. Horses will still be being ridden. There'll still be vets practices. Things are still going to be going on as normal. So you have got to assume that there is going to be a degree of normal life as we know it. And you've also got to assume that you can create your own certainty. So, but humans love a bit of certainty. I definitely do, and I'm sure you're the same. You're not going to get that from the media right now. You're not going to get that from a lot of people, but you can create that for yourself. You can decide what you want. You can decide it's a focus of time to focus on growth. And you can cultivate that certainty through your own mindset practice work. It really is possible. And I strongly urge you to be looking at how you can create that certainty from within, because you can't expect friends, parents, family, partners, children to be giving you that. That has to come from within. And we certainly can't expect our clients to just validate us all the time. It's got to come from within. So, action step. Decide your business is going to grow and truly, like, both feet in, commit to it. That doesn't mean remortgage the house. It doesn't mean do anything that you like silly or risky financially. It just means decide that you are going to commit to growth across those 4 areas, and you're going to actually get stuck in. I just see so many people, oh yeah, well, I sort of do a bit of this, and just like give it 100%. Okay. This is the time your business needs you. This is the time your clients need you. This is the time to show up 110%. Okay, my next point I wanted to mention, serving clients is your job. It's our job to help our clients and our clients to be, not judge them and make decisions on their behalf. Again, I'm seeing this all the time. Other people's money, it's not our business. It is their business. It's not our job to decide, wow, no one's going to pay for that. Oh, I don't think they'll want that. How do you know? How do you exactly know who's doing what, who's feeling what, whose bank balance looks like what? People are getting pay rises. My husband's company just issued pay rises last month. They're taking on more people. They're expecting a massive period of growth, and they're getting ready. They're taking on 5 new people right now. People, you don't know what people's bank balances look like. We can assume it's all bad. Inflation's gone up. Yeah. That also means interest rates have gone up. What about people who've got tons of savings? They could be getting more money. They could actually be equal or better off. So it's not our job to decide on behalf of our clients and future clients who's got what, who wants what. Our job is to serve. Our job is to decide on the ways that we want to help horses, humans, and dogs, and put it out there and put it in front of the right people. It's up to them if they want it or not. Client communication should be one of your key focuses right now. You want to be looking after the clients who can't afford you right now as well. Your clients want to feel like VIPs. Now, there's so many ways you could do that. It could just be simply sending them a message via WhatsApp or Messenger or something. You could have automated emails going out, just asking them how they're doing, sending them a couple of hints and tips. It doesn't need to be overly complicated, but your clients want to feel looked after right now. That's what they need. And you want the clients who maybe need to be rested for a short period to feel as valued as when they were paying you regularly. Because that way, when they are ready and able to have your services again, boom, it'll just be natural. If you haven't spoken to them for 6 months, that you may not be top of mind when they're like, okay, I'm ready to go again. You need to stay top of mind with your clients, both active and the inactive ones. Add in other income streams. Like, what about meeting your clients where they are right now? Some people may be stretched financially. Some people are just maybe stretched for time. So it doesn't have to just be adding in something cheaper. What about having that high ticket offer, which may just be an absolute godsend for 1 or 2 clients? If it doesn't exist, who can say yes to it? So think how you can best serve your clients. And I'm really suggesting that people have more than one offering. I think this is the time to experiment, to have other things in your business for sure. So your action step, start doing this, like start deciding how you're going to communicate. Start thinking about what you can add into your business. Again, like I said on the previous action step, I don't want you trying to take action on this 3 months down the line from a state of stress. I want you to be prepared and be ready. This masterclass is all about future-proofing your business, getting ready. Okay, last couple of slides, I promise you. Double down on your marketing. This is the time to shine, to be as visible as you can possibly be. So what about joint venture partnerships? So working with other professionals, farriers, dentists, vets, behaviorists, nutritionists, riding instructors, like the list is endless. Of course, there's the whole canine side as well. What about just going live with somebody else in your area that you have similar client base to? What about seeing what maybe you could put on something together? What about, one of your growth areas is networking. What could you then offer, which worked really well? So could you team up with a behaviorist who I'm sure sees horses in lots of pain? Could you be recommending each other? Could they be giving, like some extra value to your services and vice versa? So consider that. Video. We know video works, but how many of you have actually got an amazing video, or even just a mediocre video, something simple filmed on your phone saying, hey, thanks so much for coming to my website. My name is Nicola. I'd love to help you and your horse. And here's how I can do so. Why don't you just record a video, stick it on your website? We know that live content works. Are you regularly going live? Facebook, Instagram, whichever channels you have. It's free. You could literally spend 10 minutes. You could go jointly live with a client, with a friend, with another professional. It doesn't have to be terrifying, but it's an amazing way for people to see you and for you to stay top of mind. Why don't you audit your website, or even better, team up with a friend and get them to have a look? Is it results focused? Is it clear how you help clients? Does it speak to your clients' pain points, struggles, concerns, issues? When I hop onto practitioners' websites, 9 times out of 10, it's their whole life story, 6 million reasons why a horse might want massage or a physio treatment or whatever your exact modality is. And it doesn't really speak to exactly what I'm worried about. So this is the time to get your house in order. Like, go and do all those things you've always been meaning to do with your business. But looking at your website is something I really recommend doing. Up your sales skills. You have a business, you need clients, you need to be able to sell. Now you might be thinking, oh, I didn't want a sales job. I just wanted to make horses feel better. Yeah, you can still make horses feel better, but to do that, you need to be able to sell. So why don't you find a free training or a webinar, read a book on sales, do something that makes you feel more confident with selling. Because to have a business, you have to be able to sell. Simple. Why don't you host a webinar? it's almost free, or it could be totally free if you did it as like a Facebook Live, and you do it as a Facebook event and then just go live in the group. You can have an online Facebook event for free still, or you could use Zoom, something similar, which is not really, really expensive. But why don't you host a webinar? Invite all of your clients, get friends to share it, get other professionals to share in your area, and give some value. Like, this is the time to be as visible as possible and to serve, 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 serve. This is give, give, give time. It really is. And that's how I run my entire business. If you're watching this, well, one, this is one of the many, many bits of free content I've put out this year alone. You may well have been to some of my previous free challenges. Like, I give huge amounts of value away for free. One, because I want to help. I really, really, really want to help. And if you adopt that method in your business, one, it's a nice feeling, and two, it works. People will want more help and they know where to come because you've already helped them. What bonuses could you add in to an existing service? So maybe you have some amazing online resources. Could you tag those on to an in-person session or whatever your core offering is? Could you create some simple videos or some PDFs or some guides or something that could form a bonus? Again, if people are worried about spending their money or hesitating slightly, give them more. It doesn't necessarily have to cost you more. You don't need to discount your services, but why don't you add in some extra value? And bonuses are a great way of doing that. What about testimonials? You've probably got some, but are you really using them? Are you really publishing them? If you haven't got them, ask for them. Why don't you make it a mission that in each next client you see, why don't you see if they'll record a little video with you saying, oh my goodness, since I've been having Kelly's sessions or sessions with Kelly, Prince the pony now can do X, Y, and Z. He feels and looks amazing. Why don't you just get them to chat? Well, you just record it on your phone. Testimonials are brilliant. Video testimonials are even better. So why don't you go and get some of those? You could start doing that today. It doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to cost a fortune. What could you bundle up and sell? Could you sell a package? Now, I don't mean like a supermarket 3 for 2 kind of offer. I mean, what you already have that you could put together and sell as a package, as a program, as a little bundle. Maybe you sell equipment as well as in-person sessions. Could you bundle that up? So people are just having to make one transaction. People are going to want to feel like they're getting the absolute most for their pound or dollar right now and over the next couple of months. So how could you make everything you do more value-led? How could you package things up so it's easy? We want to make things easy as we can for our clients. Yet when I go on to many practitioner websites, oh my goodness, it's like there's a secret code on how you book a session or how you become a client. It seems so complicated sometimes. So let it be easy. Press releases, like what exciting things have you got going on? What 5 tips could you give and then send out to your local magazines in your area? What tips have you got for UK based? We're going into winter, or we've hit winter riding. What have you got if you're other side of the world for, hot weather riding? What have you got for warming up, cooling down? Like, there's a ton of topics that you could give some value on. So why don't you just stick them in a Google Doc and send them out to local magazines in your area? How cool would that be to be, either featured in their magazine or on their social? It could be you. It really could. You just need to be proactive and seek the opportunity. So key takeaways, as I said, I promise to keep this fairly short and sweet. You get to decide your destiny. The next 6 to 12 months are going to need creativity and courage, but not fear. You can let this be an exciting time. This really is your moment to shine. You might need to pivot your business. You might need to add in extra services. You might want an online income stream so you can reach people in a greater area than just sort of 20 miles away from your house. But none of that has to be a negative. This could be your moment. You just have to want that, and you just have to decide that's what's going to happen, and then take the action steps. 2 requests, as I promised. Please, could you hit the share button underneath this video and send this to 2 friends? So you can send it via WhatsApp, you can send it via Facebook Messenger or email. I'm sure you've got 2 friends who help horses or dogs or humans who would love this video. So could you send this to 2 people? If you are like, oh my goodness, I still need some more help, in the comments, we have a link to get a free mini coaching call with myself or one of my team. They're 20-minute breakthrough calls. We can get an awful lot covered. We just love to give you some more personalized action steps. So if this session has left you thinking, oh my goodness, there's so much I can do, but I want a little bit more help, just click that link. You'll schedule in a time that works for you. We'll get you booked in and we can chat further, and we can help you in that 20-minute session. No strings attached. We simply want to help you. We really, really do. So that is all I wanted to share with you today. I appreciate it's quite a lot. Feel free to watch this as many times as you need, but I would love, love, love for you to send this on to 2 friends, because I know there's people struggling. I know there's people worried. And how about we make it a time of fun and growth and ease and positivity and flow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Catch up soon. Bye.